Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Tim who loved exploring the nearby forest. The villagers often warned him about going too deep into the woods, but Tim was curious and brave. One sunny morning, Tim decided to go on an adventure. He packed a small bag with some bread, cheese, and a bottle of water. With a smile on his face, he set off into the forest. The trees were tall and green. Birds sang happily, and the air was fresh. Tim walked along a narrow path he had never taken before. As he walked, he noticed beautiful flowers and heard the gentle sound of a stream. After walking for a while, Tim found a small, sparkling pond. He sat by the pond to rest and eat his bread and cheese. While eating, he saw something strange in the water. It was a golden key, shining brightly. Tim reached into the pond and picked up the key. It felt warm in his hand. Suddenly, a soft voice said, "That key opens a special door in the forest." Tim looked around but saw no one. He felt a little scared but also excited. Holding the key tightly, Tim continued his journey. He walked deeper into the forest, following the voice's directions. After some time, he found a large tree with a small door at its base. The door looked very old and had a lock that matched the golden key. With a trembling hand, Tim inserted the key into the lock and turned it. The door creaked open, revealing a hidden path lit by glowing stones. Tim stepped through the door and found himself in a magical world. In this magical world, animals could talk, and plants could move. A friendly rabbit named Rosie greeted Tim. "Welcome to the magical forest," Rosie said. "You are the first human to visit in many years." Tim and Rosie became friends quickly. Rosie introduced Tim to other animals, like a wise old owl named Oliver and a playful squirrel named Sammy. They showed Tim amazing places, like the Crystal Cave and the Rainbow Waterfall. Tim spent the whole day exploring and having fun with his new friends. As the sun began to set, Rosie said, "It's time for you to go back, Tim. But remember, you can visit us anytime you want." Tim felt a little sad to leave, but he was also happy to have discovered such a wonderful place. Rosie led him back to the door in the tree. Tim waved goodbye to his friends and stepped through the door. He found himself back in the ordinary forest, the door closing behind him. Tim walked home, his heart full of joy and excitement. He knew he would return to the magical forest soon. From that day on, Tim often visited the magical world. He kept the golden key safe and shared his adventures with Rosie, Oliver, Sammy, and many other magical creatures. The magical forest became his second home, and Tim was always ready for new adventures.